Today on Indie Comic Spotlight, I want to talk about Cryptic Haze #1. Created and written by Paul Gomez, with art and colors by Espina. I gotta give a special shout out to my good friend Chuck Pino, who is one of the editors on this book. If you don't know who Chuck is, he's one of the sexiest editors in indie comics. But in all seriousness, Chuck is the reason I checked out this book, and I'm very glad I did. And I'm going to put a link to his channel below because he does plenty of reviews on his Chuck's Raw Reviews channel. I also saw on the Kickstarter that Paul is from Fort Worth, Texas, and I actually used to live up there for 10 years. And so I'm always happy to help another Texas creator. So let's get into this book. I won't be discussing any spoilers because I want you to enjoy this story for yourself. But basically it follows Scott, a guy who's down on his luck and on the edge of a divorce being finalized. He sees a commercial on TV about an exciting new book that claims it could help people like him. He decides to give it a try and heads down to the company called Mind Techniques. There he meets the guy from the commercial who surprisingly offers to give him the book now and will ask for payment later. Not suspicious at all, right? The book claims to have a new scientific mixture of hypnotism and mental suggestions. So Scott decides to give it a try, and as Anakin would say,
"This is where the fun begins."
Later on, Scott encounters a person who runs into him, and when Scott demands an apology, he is met with threats of violence. But then Scott tests out his new powers by making the guy cluck like a chicken.
Bark like a dog.
He tests out his powers once more in a couple where the boyfriend is being a jerk to the girlfriend. But then his powers take a little bit of a dark turn when he goes to a gunsmith and actually hypnotizes him to get all his guns ready. And here's why. You see, his soon-to-be ex-wife is being recognized at a public event today for her art. So Scott figures this is the perfect time to get back at her. But then, well, I can't really tell you because that would spoil a great twist at the end that kind of shows what's going on. I will say the whole story had a very Arthur Fleck vibe from the Joker movie, and it's actually appropriate, I guess, because I saw in Paul's Kickstarter he mentioned that Batman the Killing Joke was actually one of his biggest influences, so I guess it's appropriate that we got that reference here. The issue ends on a cliffhanger, so I know Paul definitely has more coming. So as of right now, I couldn't find a place to purchase the comic. So Paul, if you watch this, feel free to drop a comment below and let people know where they can pick up the book, because I really did enjoy it and I think other people will as well. So if you like this video, be sure and hit like and please subscribe because we'll continue to hit some other indie comics that we've read and enjoyed as we continue to work on our own comic, Malia Mayhem #1. So until then, we'll see you next time.